Check your female privilege. Privileges 1 through 20. Number 1. I can write a book that marginalizes, objectifies and degrades men under the name of feminism and call it empowering. If a man talks about feminism or gender in his book, I am entitled to threaten, bully and intimidate him. Irrespective of the logic he presents, if he doesn't acknowledge entirely that all men are terrorists, rapists, and all women are oppressed victims, his opinions are sexist, misogynistic, and unwarranted. It also justifies my right to be a bully and act violently. The media and the government will likely back me in my sexist and criminal outbursts because I am a woman. Number 2. Anytime I don't like the truth, I can call it misogyny and you will agree with me, or I can label you as misogynist, even if you are not. Number 3. I can attend a feminist rally and not have to carry a pro-fem sign to avoid harassment from women. Number 4. In Australia, America, England, New Zealand and pretty much all countries, I don't have to worry about being drafted or doing national service. Men have no choice and must comply or go to jail. Number 5. I account for less than 3% of all combat deaths. Number 6. I can pass other people on the street alone and not automatically be deemed as a threat. Number 7. I can approach someone I'm attracted to and ask them out without being deemed as creepy, a predator, sexist, degrading, or a rapist. Number 8. I can sleep around with as many people as I want and call it empowering, whilst concurrently whine about being slut-shamed. Then, if I feel regret or self-shame at any time, I can falsely accuse any one of my numerous sex partners of rape or harassment, destroying his career, reputation, and future without any consequence to me. Even if it was proven I was lying, I will never be held to account because that may sway the real rape victims from coming forward. Number 9. My life is worth more than a man's. In any type of emergency or disaster, I can expect to be saved first. I can expect a man to save me, and if he does not, I can label him a coward. Concurrently, there is no expectation on me to save anyone. Number 10. I can walk into any bar and expect free drinks for as long as I wish. Then, if I find someone better or just get bored with the conversation, I can tell security that the person who paid for my drink is harassing me, even if he is not. Without the right of reply, he'll be kicked out because I'm a victim and all men are predators. Number 11. I'm not expected to know anything about mechanics or home repairs. I can label those tasks as a man's job and refuse to learn about them. I can complain that the tradesperson ripped me off, even if he hasn't, because I didn't understand what he meant when he was talking about a washer. Number 12. I'm not expected to fix things around the home. That's the man's responsibility. I will insult him if he does not do these jobs and call him sexist if he asks me to do a single domestic duty for myself or our family. He should pay for a maid whilst I do nothing. Number 13. I can walk around in a confronting vagina costume or vagina hat, dressed like a bloodied tampon, and expose my breasts in front of children and call it activism. If a man did the same thing in a penis costume, he would be called a criminal and arrested. Number 14. I can choose to be weak or strong. I'm never told to man up or take it like a man, because this is not expected of me. I'm allowed to cry, break down, demand support, and not be viewed as a lesser woman. I can concurrently claim I am just as strong and emotionally balanced as a man whilst I cry, and others will believe me. Number 15. I can demand all men respect me irrespective of my character or conduct. Who I am, how I act, what I do, and what I've earned means nothing. You will respect me because I have a vagina. Period. 16. My feelings are so important that they are more powerful than actions. That is, if I felt uncomfortable, it's harassment. If I felt it was sexual, I can destroy a man's life for sexual assault. Even if nothing happened and no laws were broken, my feelings are enough to put him in jail. He should have been able to read my mind or make me feel good because my feelings are a man's responsibility. Number 17. Government initiatives that intend to make the workplace safe are really all about me. That is, all those dirty blue-collar workers can continue to lose limbs and die building my first world luxuries. What's really important is that I feel good in the air-conditioned office. If I feel uncomfortable because a male co-worker said hello to me, and I felt the tone was wrong, I'm unsafe and the laws must be put in place to make me feel safer. The best part is that it doesn't even matter what he did or didn't do. What matters is my feelings or the perception of them. It's like all I have to do to destroy lives, burn money, and turn a workplace on its head is to feel something. In a completely useless attempt to make me feel better after my violent outburst, the stupid patriarchy government will respond to my hysteria by imposing harsh punishments on innocent men who didn't even know what was happening until they were fired. It's hilarious, and that's exactly why men should respect all women. Number 18. Alcohol is my best friend in voiding accountability of my choices and my subsequent actions. The more drunk I get, the more victimhood I can claim. Essentially, if I don't want to be held to account for anything, it's in my best interest to get as drunk as possible. Then, if it all goes wrong, I can blame men or my best friend for leaving me. Conversely, the more drunk he gets, the more he can be held to account for what we both did together. No matter how drunk we get together or alone, and how much trouble we get into together or alone, no one will ever have the courage to question my actions around alcohol because I am a responsible victim. That is, I'm responsible enough to drink myself into an unaccountable victimhood status. If you question my choice to drink myself into a coma every weekend, I can label you as a misogynistic pig who tries to control women. Let's do shot, girls. Worst case scenario is we get laid, get paid, he goes to jail, and we can all be victims. Fuck yeah, you have to respect my gender, pigs. 19. If my partner is an injured Australian war veteran, I can clean out his bank accounts, trash his car, sell or burn all of his stuff, and break up with him even before he gets home from the war. Then, I'm entitled to take half of his war pension for the rest of his life. Even if his war injuries result in him having no way of earning money, and even if I marry a new rich partner or become rich myself, I am still entitled to 50% of his war pension for the rest of his life. There are approximately 3,000 Australian women who are doing this as of 2017. It's great because all men are toxic, raping, misogynistic terrorists. That especially includes all of our war veterans because they supported the patriarchy. Hence, it's my privileged entitlement to take their money. Number 20. If a conversation with a man becomes too difficult for me, or if I lose control of my emotions, or if I'm insecure in myself, I can simply use the sexist term of mansplaining, even if he's treating me as an equal. The burden will then be on him to prove to everyone that he's not sexist. Interrupting or explaining something to a woman is sexist. A woman interrupting or belittling a man is virtuous.